Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of your podcast. Another one live. Um, if any of you ever were curious why the last one wasn't uploaded, it's because the audio was very messed up. And yeah, we're not sound engineers here.
But how messed up is the question?
It's just imagine the microphone is in my mouth. That's what it sounds like. It sounds fine to you, but for some reason, it's so blown up in the post process. Yeah, like that. Like that. I just couldn't edit it because my volume is like so much higher than yours. I just couldn't really hear you at all. So I was like, I don't think this is
All right. What were we talking about
editable.
again for the last podcast?
Childhood. I think is
Okay.
it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I might upload it if I figure out a way to fix it.
Fix the
But
sound.
probably not to SoundCloud or not SoundCloud, Spotify or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Otherwise, yeah, we're back. We've been away because of what's the word? Personal reasons, I guess. And yeah, now we're back in action. Um, Once again, thank you guys for continuing your support to the show. I guess it's been running for like what, a few months now. I guess kind of.
Yeah, 2 to 3 months maybe.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun. I never thought I would have this much fun doing this. Actually, I thought it's more like I thought it's one of those things where like, oh, I'll just do it.
That's true.
It is pretty fun to talk. We just like to talk. That let's be real. But yeah. So I hope you guys are doing well wherever you decide to tune in to this podcast, whether it's audio form, whether it's video form. And this week, I guess we are gonna talk about something a little more topical. And if you're Malaysian, I think you will definitely be related. I guess feel relatable is the word. Because yeah, the pandemic has yet to be, I guess, properly controlled. I mean, we've been controlling it properly last year, like probably around this time or something. Like we only had like one case, and then it just went downhill from then.
It went to shits.
Yeah, it's crazy how things change in a few months' time. I can't believe it still. It's crazy. Like after that one election in Sabah, and then everything just boom.
Who thought it was a good idea to do an election at this time?
I think okay, just to give a benefit of the doubt, they could they if they put if they make it mandatory for people that goes to Sabah to vote to be quarantined, I think this wouldn't be as bad. But they said that it's not compulsory to quarantine yourself after the election, and guess what? Everything went downhill. So yeah, bad decision. Someone will probably make a video about it one day, and we're all gonna be like, we know we're Malaysians. We know how humiliating this whole situation is. You don't have to tell us. God damn it. But yeah, so we're just gonna talk about like being Malaysians. How down bad are we nowadays? Like
Down bad.
are we like uh are we in a situation where like it's kind of humiliating to be a citizen here, or is there like kind of a hope that like, you know what, one day this wouldn't be as big of an issue and we can do it together if we manage to solve a lot of problems that cause this COVID thing to be so uncontrollable at this point in our country.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the question that we're gonna explore in this podcast. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys would, if you're tuning in, you will give us your feedback, your thoughts perhaps. But yeah,
Feel free to say anything in the chat box and stuff.
yes, yeah. So I guess we can start off by talking about why do people why are there so many people online, especially they were like it kind of sucks to be a Malaysian, not right now, especially. Like, yeah, we have Olympic athletes representing us right now in Tokyo.
We do?
Yeah, the Olympics is going on right now as we speak. Well,
Dude, I've been cut off from the world, man.
well, they didn't really publicize it that much. I mean, the Tokyo Olympics in general.
Tokyo Olympics, right?
They didn't really do much publicity, I guess. Which is why a lot
How
of
is the
people.
Olympics still going on right now? What?
I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, I was thinking about it as well. Like, how is this still legal? I guess like, how is it still possible considering that? I don't know if Japan is bad with like COVID related stuff. I'm sure they're
Mhm.
not as bad, but still, it's gonna be a tough situation if something goes out of control. But yeah, personally, um I don't think it's like super humiliating be to be a Malaysian, because like, there's we've been through a lot of shit before this, like before COVID even is a thing. There's so many more things that we're like, god damn, kind of sucks to be us. But
That's true.
I feel like COVID itself kind of highlighted even more, because people are nowadays are more tuned in on social media and all that stuff. People are more focused on social media nowadays because there's nothing much to do, and because of that, people just have more time to talk about this. And before this, we don't really talk about it that much. So I personally, I don't think it's what do you call that? I don't think it's kind of right to say that being a Malaysian sucks. At least that's what I heard a lot of people say with like so much cases going on nowadays.
Mhm.
What is it like today? Like 13,000 or something
Today?
I think so. Yeah,
I
somewhere around
haven't
that.
checked actually.
Somewhere around that. But and
Yep, 13,000.
yeah.
Yep.
Some people may argue like, oh, it's bad in other countries. We're not that bad, but still, for a country in Southeast Asia, that's still pretty. It's pretty high number.
We're not even that big of a country itself.
Yeah, if you think about it like that, yeah, it's kind of a big issue. It's not something to take lightly, even right now. Like, yeah, you could be double vax at this point. Still, you can still get COVID. So, it's gotta be
Vaccine
careful.
doesn't mean you're completely immune, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's what people misunderstood about a vaccine. It's not to 100% prevent COVID. It's more like to say when you get COVID, it's to lessen the effects of it, so you don't have to go to hospitals and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what people don't really understand about a vaccine. I feel like
It's not like you can't catch COVID after you got vaccinated. You still need to wear your mask and wash your hands and stuff. You can still catch COVID. And the worst thing about it is like, maybe if like the virus gets on you and you don't catch COVID, but at the time when the virus is living on you, you can still spread it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, you think like, oh, I'm fine, I'm double vax, right?
Yeah.
I won't catch COVID. But damn, man, if the virus is on you, you can still help spread it.
Yeah. I also think that all things considered, I feel like we Malaysians are we are pretty much in a way united in a lot of things. We agree in a lot of things. So I don't see us being divided or anything like that under COVID, because like I don't think I've seen a lot of news about people from the West arguing with the people from the East and all that. I mean, there are, but it's not like a big issue. It's just internet keyboard warriors arguing with each other and all that shit. So if we look at it, it's not that bad, I guess. When it comes to unity in this country nowadays, it's not that bad, because we all agree that a lot of things can be done better by the government. Let's just say that.
That's true.
I feel like a lot of people can agree with that, but at the same time, I don't know if you agree, but like we are also kind of at fault for this many cases nowadays.
No
Like
shit. Yep, definitely.
definitely. Like I don't know if you've been out recently, but I still see a lot of people outside, and all I want to do go out is just to get food and get home, and that's it. Like so many people go out, and all they do is just especially recently with more like places are kind of open for dine in.
Really?
People, yeah, and they
Is
were
that
like,
in Miri only or?
I believe it's Sarawak as a
Oh wow. Okay.
whole. I think, yeah.
That's nice. I guess.
Yeah, in Miri it's fine, I guess. We don't really have that many cases or like
Mm-hmm.
clusters. It's not too bad. We're pretty chill here, but it's kind of worrying still to see people going out. I don't know, uh, but I think like especially in Selangor or in KL, like people just don't want to stay at home. I don't know why.
I can't say I've been out a lot, but like I've only been out just to get food and just get home because like
Mm.
I don't want to stay outside. It sucks. I miss being outside because like I've been stuck at home for like 2 months, almost 3 months now. Wait, has it been 3 months? Nah, actually just 2 months. But yeah, it sucks. I can't do anything.
Yeah,
120 cluster case today reported in Miri, I guess. Is that it?
no way. There's no way that 120 in Miri. We'll be fucked here. There's no way. I don't know. We need really 120. I thought it wasn't
In
that bad
Miri.
here.
Wow, okay.
Okay, I was wrong. We're fucked.
Well, the moment you open up for dine in, I guess this is bound to happen, I guess.
Yeah, man. It's kind of crazy. Like I don't know. Like I guess I can't relate to a lot of people, but I just don't get the thought of going out knowing that it's gonna risk yourself and your family members. And I've seen TikToks. Again, we're TikTok heads. I've seen TikToks on TikTok. The fuck was that sentence?
No shit. What was that?
Wow, TikToks on TikTok. Anyway, I saw this one TikTok where it's like this. I don't know who recorded. I assume it's one of the frontliners. It's in this
Mhm.
stadium in KL, where it's one of those quarantine center.
The
And
vaccine centers or something?
I think it's quarantine center
Quarantine
because
centers.
they're
Okay.
gathering all those who are positive,
Mm-hmm.
and basically the frontliners are pissed at them.
Why?
They were like scolding those people with positive case and shit. They were like, "Why are you going out? You know you're positive, right?" Obviously not in English. They were scolding these people in Malay. It's kind of
How
funny.
can they go out if they're positive? I thought they were like quarantined there. That's the whole point, right?
I think they trace through the MySejahtera app. They the frontliners don't know they were positive until I guess they look at the app or something. But the person themselves are actually positive. They know that they are positive. So yeah, it's kind of I don't
Dude,
understand
those
it.
guys are assholes, man.
They're not good humans. Like they're the same people that they're exactly like the people in I guess like for example Texas. They were like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, we don't want to wear a mask in public," you know. It's kind of the same people. Like you're not helping the situation and make it any better.
Just
You
making it worse.
yeah. So I to be honest, it's kind of justified for the frontliners to be absolutely pissed at these people because it's not easy to do.
I would be pissed. Like,
Yeah.
I really like. Okay, it sucks it already for like a normal Malaysian to stay at home for so long, and like the cases are just going high. It's so depressing.
Mhm.
Like you're just quarantining yourself at home for 2 months. You're like, I think everybody's doing the same thing. My friends are doing the same thing and shit. Yeah, it should be fine. But then no, it just gets worse. There's like 13,000 cases a day now. That already sucks. Now imagine if you're a frontliner.
Yeah.
You're working your ass off 24/7, freaking vaccinating people or like helping at the quarantine center. Some even like curing your sickness and stuff.
Yeah.
That like they're working their asses off to help the situation. But like I can't just like I just can't imagine people with the mindset that like they're so selfish enough to just go, I want to get food even though I'm positive. I don't care. Like, I'll just, I won't touch much. I'll just touch my food. I'll just pay money. That's all right. It's fine. No, hell no, man.
Yeah.
The doctors, the nurses, social media, everybody literally has been telling you what you should and should not do. And I just don't understand how people can still do something like that, though. That's just like, I don't know how selfish you can be. That really
Yeah.
pisses me off, though.
Yeah. I feel like they just, I don't know. Yeah, like you said, it's super selfish behaviors that we have as Malaysians. It's kind of embarrassing.
Isn't your sister a frontliner?
I mean, she's a nurse. I don't know if she actually does frontline stuff.
I see.
I have no idea. I haven't talked to her in a
But
while.
But I guess if she's like a nurse, then she's definitely come in contact with like some
somewhat.
COVID cases and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
my sister's kind of like a frontliner. She's a pharmacist, but she works in a government hospital.
Yeah.
So she'll see like these COVID cases come in and out and stuff.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. It really does.
It's so bad. And I'm just trying so hard to understand where this is coming from, really. Like, I don't know where this selfishness comes from. Is it just because you want to get like a meal, and then all of a sudden you got like 10 other people infected with your bullshit because you're not properly taking care of yourself? Like, it's kind of crazy.
I think that's the thing. Like some of them, even if they're tested positive, I think they're quarantined at home. From what I saw on TikTok and stuff.
I believe so. Yeah, because all the quarantine centers are just packed. There's just no space anymore. Really.
Oh gosh, that is bad.
Yeah. And I was like, regarding the topic we're gonna talk, like, I've been looking around in like other parts of the world, like the US, and how people there react to COVID, how the government there handle COVID, and honestly, it's kind of the similar situations everywhere. It's just people being selfish, but at least we're not as bad as people in the US, because they're really crazy. they're like anti-vax. That's that's as bad as it can get. And like,
that's true.
The fact that they have this did you know that they allow people to not wear a mask at one point, like a few weeks ago, in public?
What?
As long as
Why?
you're double vax, you're good. You don't have to wear a mask in public. And guess what? Recently in LA, what's the word? They reintroduced the rule that you have to wear a mask in public in LA.
So they actually let them, like the double vax people, to not wear masks for a bit.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that I was saying before.
Yeah, it's and guess what? Delta variant appears in the US out of nowhere. And
was that Delta variant is just like a mutated version of COVID?
Yeah.
Where did it come from or something?
Yeah, I believe it's, well, I don't really know, but I think
But it's like it's just mutated, that's all.
Mutated. Cause I heard from like doctors talking about this somewhere on Twitch.
Mhm.
They're saying that it's because people don't stay at home. They just keep spreading around.
Mhm.
This virus, it just keeps mutating, and it spreads even faster because of it. Because if you have like a big group of people in one part of the world that doesn't
Mhm.
wear a mask, doesn't stay at home, doesn't get vaccinated, the virus has a chance to mutate, and it gets a lot worse. So
See, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
If the virus is mutated, well, your double vax don't do shit now.
Yeah.
Because the double vax is not meant to be fighting the mutated version, but
Yeah.
rather the stinky, poopy children version, like freaking kindergarten COVID. And now the teenage COVID is here. So yeah, we're fucked again. And
We're
we need to
fucked.
wait for the new vaccine, or like hopefully immunity.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the goal, right? Herd immunity, to get everyone vaccinated, so that even if there is a what's it called? Even if there is a cluster, at least it's manageable. At least you don't actually die. There's no chance for you to die. The likeliness is lower. But no, people don't want to get vaccines and still want to go out. I don't understand. I still don't. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, let's go back to Malaysia. Honestly, I don't think it's as bad. Like, When it comes to vaccination, at least, um, in Sarawak, we're like I think the second highest rate of vaccination so far.
Oh wow, okay.
The first, I believe, is Labuan. I mean, they're small, so it's easier to get everyone vaccinated. But yeah,
I see.
I gotta applause. I gotta applaud the Sarawak government for doing pretty good job at least. Like they're buying vaccines instead of waiting for the government to provide the vaccine. So I guess that's cool. At least
That's one of the
everyone.
best decisions they've made.
Yeah, I mean, they know what they're doing. I trust the federal government here more. If anything, they're not that bad as
I
people
trust them
say.
more too.
Yeah, but yeah, like politics, man. Politics nowadays in this country is just what's the word?
I pay no attention to it.
I have
I
to.
legit pay zero attention to the politics now.
I had to because I'm a journalism major. So
Okay.
I mean, I have to force myself to read news because that's what I might do in the future if nothing goes well.
Yeah, how would you describe Malaysian politics? Ah, that's the word, clowning around. Yep.
Clowning,
That's what they're doing.
it's
Yep.
all over the place, virtue signaling everywhere. Nobody's doing what they preach, I guess. Like
I mean, that's politics anyway. Nobody does what they
politics.
preach. They're just over promising stuff and then they mess up everything.
Yeah. And the fact that we have people called quote unquote VIPs in this country, like still organizing weddings, birthday parties, dinners. It's kind of crazy. The fact that we all had to stay home, especially us as creatives, we don't
Mm-hmm.
have what's the word? We don't have commissions. We don't have anything to do because we can't go out
Mm-hmm.
to make films. We can't go out to be creative, basically. And yet, people that has money and call themselves VIP has all this like opportunity to organize weddings and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy. Like the difference in class in this country is probably the biggest problem that I see, and it's kind of messed up because I mean the fact that it's been going on forever. Like let's be real, it's been around, but it's so much more obvious nowadays because of COVID. It's kind of sad. It's kind of depressing, I will say. And I don't know, uh just thinking about what we could have done if all of this is controlled, man. And yet here we are, online classes.
Could do so many things if COVID wasn't around.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, just one COVID just messes up everything. Everybody's depressed now because they've been home for so long and they still can't have their normal life back.
Yeah.
That just sucks. For like all the people that needs to run business physically, that just
Oh yeah,
sucks for
business.
them, man.
If you're a business woman or businessman, I mean I applaud you for trying your best because I can see it's really hard to be handling a business nowadays in this country because it's hard, and having a business itself is already difficult. Like imagine not having income. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and
And
now you gotta keep it alive somehow.
yeah, that's why I if I could, I would try to like grab food, local food stuff like nearby me.
Yeah,
I don't
It's
know.
like-
It's just nice to eat something not from home.
yeah. I guess for food, it's like okay because you can do like food delivery and stuff,
Yeah.
and maybe some sellers you can do like online selling your stock and products now. Yeah, that's fine. But like, what really sucks is the industry, like the hairdressing industry.
Oh yeah.
The-
I never
they're
thought
just
about
like-
that actually.
They have to be the physical. They have to have a physical store.
Yeah.
And now, because like obviously COVID and social distancing and shit, they legit just can't. Like, imagine they dedicate their whole life to like they go to Taiwan or somewhere, get a like hairdressing degree, and then they come back and open up their own studio, and now boom,
Yeah.
COVID, and then everybody's being an ass, and now they can't open their business. That just sucks, man.
It really sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel bad for hairdressers everywhere. Cause like it's not like it's not like the food business where like you can just do Grab Food Panda. It's not like they can deliver haircut service. So
Yeah.
it's so rough to think about that. And yeah, I just hope for the best for them. Honestly, nothing we can do other than just hope that they manage to survive. Really. I will have to get a haircut. By the way, my hair is really long right now.
Really? How long?
Uh, I don't know. Just tell, but I don't mind this length, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I say that I want to keep my hair a little longer, but I'm so lazy with handling my hair.
I'm
just
having fun keeping my hair long.
How? I
But like mostly because I just don't know what haircut I want to go for. So now I look like a Chinese Jesus or something.
Well, maybe not
Look
Jesus.
at this.
Maybe not Jesus. More like Professor Snape from Harry Potter.
Harry?
He's a cool guy though.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Cool guy. So, man, it's kind of rough for business, like we said. Honestly, I see a lot of even my own relatives, like they're doing their own business now because the one job that they had is just not enough. For some reason, it's just not enough to support themselves. It's kind of crazy, and they're not even
do anything as well.
Yeah, they're not married or anything, and they had to resort to having to do 2 different jobs, and yeah, it's crazy. I can't imagine us finding jobs nowadays. Uh, something in me that feels a little okay not being graduated right now. But
dude, it sucks to be graduated right now though.
It really sucks. So many people I know that has already graduated just don't know what to do because it's COVID.
They can't get a job. It's almost impossible to get a job right now.
Yeah.
And like you have a few choices. Like you get a job, which you can't right now.
Yeah.
Or you start your own business, which sucks right now. Which really sucks. Because like obviously business isn't good now with all the restrictions and stuff.
Yeah. It sucks, honestly. Speaking of sucks, mental health is bad for Malaysians. I have an article prepared. So I don't know why I sound so happy. This is not a good news at all.
Hey, I have an article prepared about depression.
Malaysia.
Let's go. We gotta hype it up. Depression, hey.
Let's be clear, it's not a good news.
It's not good news. No.
Malaysia records 3 daily suicides this year up to May. 3 daily suicides. Daily.
Wow, okay.
Oh, and it's between 15 to 18. People in the age of 15 already not mentally healthy. Can you imagine?
15 to 18.
Well,
you never really know what they're going through though.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the problem. Nobody cares. I mean, by that I mean, people in the higher up. The health ministry, well, they kind of did something, be like, oh, you can call this hotline. But I've heard that the hotline takes forever to reach someone. So it's not really helping.
The hotline, what do? They divert the line or something. Like you call them and they put you on hold, and then they just never pick it up.
Yeah, so it's like,
imagine if you're depressed and shit, and you're like, I remember this hotline, the suicide prevention hotline, right? I'm just gonna call them. Oh, hey, yeah, I'm facing some problem. Hold on, we'll transfer you to our agent, and you wait there for like 30 minutes listening to some like Ed Sheeran pop song or something, and they never pick it up. You just depressed, like have like a knife on your wrist and something for like half an hour, about to jump off a building, and you get to listen to pop songs for 30 minutes, and they just never pick up. Like what? That's the complete opposite of what that hotline is supposed to do as well.
Oh my god, yeah, it's so bad.
That sucks, man.
So bad. And I guess it's obvious why people are not mentally healthy. People are losing job. They School students cannot study, cannot be friends. Imagine 15-year old us not being able to go to school and talk to friends. My my whole high school life would be so bad if I don't talk to people. I'll say that. And imagine 15 years old high school students. They just couldn't do anything about it. All they can do is just stay at home. You know, maybe play games, but I mean, how
And
how
then you piss off your parents by playing games.
how many more games can you play to feel happy? Really? Yeah.
Yeah,
It will help, but it will help so much. There's always a limit
it just
to that.
helps that much.
Yeah, it's not helping fully. I mean, it's hard to help mental health fully, to be honest, but still, some kind of help from the government will be excellent. Seeing them do something will be nice, but so far it's kind of disappointing. Like, uh, especially people younger than us, they need more of this help than us, I think. And because they're so young, they they might think that they don't have a future and all that kind of stuff because they cannot study, they cannot, reach out to people. So it just sucks. It really sucks being young and just thinking that your life is not going anywhere. It's so bad. Not a good sign.
Yeah, it's very easy to fall into this like just to fall into depression, honestly, because
Yeah.
like it sucks for us. Like for me, I'm just staying in like I can say a foreign city, but like it's not my hometown. I just
Mm.
come here to study and like work and stuff. And now I don't get to do any of that. I don't get to study. I don't get to work. I don't get to meet friends. And yeah, it sucks. I'm just staying at home playing games, doing assignments. That's literally it.
Yeah.
Like imagine a 15-year-old, you're stuck in your hometown and stuff. Like at 15, 16 years old, you're supposed to like go to school, make friends, have fun. That's
Yeah.
when you like kind of like have your own society. I would say 16 years old was when I had like a legit society in high school that I really liked. Yeah, and they don't get to do that because we're online classes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah, you still have the stress from like the exams and studying and stuff. And but like the pressure is building in. You don't got a bunch of you don't have a support group to talk to about, right?
Yeah.
You can go on Discord and stuff like and talk, but it just feels different.
Oh yeah.
Talking online, it always just feels different than talking in real life. And then just that's the pressure that I was talking about is actually like what happens after high school, right?
Exactly.
Whether you go to study, whether you got to go to work or something. Like, I remember when I was 16, I was already worried like shit. I'm like, damn, what do I do after high school? I don't know what I want to study. I don't know what I want to work as. And now it's worse for them because they might not even be able to study or work because of like the limitations and shit. And what if they
Yeah.
fail? Because like I would say like some people, especially like for me as well, I cannot study online. Like I suck ass online.
Yeah.
I can perform really well in physical classes. Like I'll do fine, like because I can see my teammates and do assignments together with meetings and stuff. Yeah, but when it's online, I just tend to slack off because it's just online. I'm too lazy. Like nowadays, I wake up for my 8 a.m. classes and I just open my phone. I put it there. I'm not even listening to it, and I really can't help it because it's not what I'm used to, and it's not the most effective way for me to learn.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yeah, I can imagine some people doing like having the same problem, like 15, 16-year-olds, and yeah, it really sucks for them.
Agree. And the way that our what's the word, education system works, and think and when you think of that, you think of us in imagining ourselves back in that secondary school shoes, right? It's so important to excel, like get high good marks, and we always end up being pressured to do that, and we always feel really stressed to perform. And I can imagine how difficult it is for people that are still students. I mean, still in secondary school, they just couldn't do anything about it. Like with the already existing pressure from performing well in exams, in studies, and add to that, you have not being able to talk to friends, not being able to socialize, do activities, play sports, uh, reach out to teachers. That's a lot of pressures, and I don't know. It's it's so sad to think about. I'm just glad in me. I'm just glad that we don't have to go through this, but at the same time, I feel bad that people have to go through this.
I
So
think like parents gotta do something at this time. I don't think
yeah,
the traditional way like kind of works now. Because I remember when I was 16, I don't talk to my parents much. I don't know. It's just like a phase that I think most people go through. You don't really share things with
yeah,
your parents. And I know, like for the parents, it sucks for your business. Like you can't work normally as well. Like I don't know, everything sucks right now. That's true. Like you have your own pressure and stuff, but just like do find a way to like talk to your children and stuff, because it's probably really hard to talk to them because it's like it's this time of their life, this age when this like they're rebellious and stuff. They don't really talk to you, but like I don't know, like you just gotta find a new way to like help them, I guess, because
oh
like
yeah,
you can't just like leave them there and expect them to like talk to their friends and stuff like that, like how you grew up, like how we grew up, for
yeah,
example.
yeah. Like my parents always tell me that, oh, back then we had it so much harder than you. Like just be grateful. You get to do more. But the problem is it's kind of a different experience. Like I
It's a very different experience.
especially in your especially me being so aware that I don't really want to study that much because it's not really my thing. I don't feel like it's worth my time and energy. Like really, all of us are doing it just to you know uh I guess please our parents. Really, it's not really what we want to do, and that sucks. So just imagine that, and then the student nowadays have to do the same thing, but with COVID. Kind of sucks. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of tough for Malaysians in a lot of ways, and a lot of different age groups, different classes. COVID just shows how much uh, a lot of areas and classes are so underprivileged in that sense. Like we need to help people more. I guess it's one thing that we can do at least, right? Like like I'm always open to talk to people. If they reach out to me, like fuck it, sure, let's talk. You know, if anyone is willing, if anyone wants to talk to me, if you're not feeling well, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything to do, so all I do is game. All I do is Apex, Valorant, Apex, uh, watch videos. It's kind of nice to talk to people nowadays. It's it's
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
it's not easy to find people that can talk to you that we can talk to. So
I
if
feel like people
anyone,
are just like hesitant to reach out to people to talk to, though.
I guess, yeah. I think I totally get it though. Can't really blame them. It's kind of a different world of socializing nowadays. So yeah, it's yeah. You know, if people reach out to you, definitely talk. You know, regardless of who they are. Uh, if it's your enemy or if it's your ex, hey, why not? Don't make it so awkward though, because like we need to talk. We need to socialize more. Especially
It's nice to like socialize at this time because you're just stuck at home. You
yeah.
don't really get to talk to anybody. It's nice to reach out to people, and like I'm on the receiving end recently. Like some of my friends actually come and approach me and talk to me. I'm happy
Mm,
because like I don't really reach out to people because like I don't know. I'm it just doesn't come across me. I don't know why, but like if people come and find me and talk to me, I'm happy as shit.
yeah.
I'm happy to entertain them because like I don't really talk to that many people, so I'm happy if you want to
Yeah.
talk to me.
Yeah. Same. I had a friend from She's from university, but she's from South Korea. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she just she just went missing a few months ago, and by that I mean she was not active anywhere because she doesn't have social media at the time. Like she doesn't have
Oh wow. Okay.
Instagram, Facebook. The only thing she has is WhatsApp, and she's probably the only people around my age group that posts WhatsApp stories, and that's the only way I can tell that she's somewhat active and
Is
doing well.
she still in Miri or something?
Nah, she's already back in South Korea.
Thank God for that.
She's
It
fed.
would suck, man.
She's fed up with this place. I'm telling you.
I would be like, imagine getting like, if you're like a foreigner and you're like stuck in Miri for
Yeah.
like a year now. Damn, man, that
And
sucks.
and during COVID, she was living alone. So
Ooh, wow. Okay.
I would be happy that I'm totally happy that she went back. But yeah, anyway, she was I guess she was MIA for a bit, and then
Mm.
recently she just reached out with a new number.
Reach out to you.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh, because the problem is she changed. She I think she legally changed her name. So
Oh, okay.
at first I have no idea. I'm like, oh,
Legally
it's
changed her
you.
name.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, God damn, where are you? And yeah, she's doing fine now. So it's kind of weird how socializing even through text. What's wrong with me? Even through text, it makes a difference. If you're talking to people when they reach out to you, don't hesitate. We all need a little bit of chat with people.
Yeah.
It's kind of the only ways for a lot of people to cope with being alone.
It's
And-
nice that she like still texts you with like WhatsApp.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
crazy. And
Yeah.
she's also telling me that she's not giving away her number to a lot of people because she want to keep it, I guess, close or something like that.
Small, like a small
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would make sense.
totally respect that. Because if you can live without Instagram, man, I can respect you. But she has Instagram recently, so
I am very tempted to like get a new number, which is like a private number, because I don't know. I kind of like mess up with this number. Like I have like work stuff, university assignments, and like private life all together with one number. So like I can just have like 30 messages at a time, and like I don't want to read 28 of them. So it's like it sucks.
I know how that feels. Yeah, my number has been with me since what? When I was primary 5 or something?
Jesus, okay.
I have been using the same number.
You know what?
Until
it's all
today.
the same age. I had mine at like 12, 13 years old
Yeah.
until now.
I was
so
yeah.
it's a mix of like high school friends, high school teachers, university friends, or just friends you met in public and like freaking I don't know where, some club friends or shit.
Yeah.
Dude, man, the amount of like context just like to get to you is just through this number. Oh my gosh. Man.
Yeah. So many things are connected. I remember when I first got this number, I was still using my Nokia at the time when I first got it. I feel cool because my Nokia has color. It's a color screen. I'm sophisticated. Well, it's not really my phone at the time. It's my brother's phone. So, anyway, is it a bad time to be a Malaysian? If you think that way, then you will believe that you are living. I don't know how to phrase it. If you
I
think
don't think it's like
If you think it's
I
a
don't
bad
think
time to be
it's-
Malaysian, then it is. If you don't think it is, then it's not.
I don't think it's that much of like it's a bad time to be a Malaysian, but it's
Yeah.
rather like how do you say? I don't really like the idea of people hating to be like where they're from and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like if your country sucks, it sucks, but it's still your country. I'm not like a very patriotic person. I don't follow politics. I don't really give a shit. But like, I like this place. It's my home, right?
Yeah.
I like how it has been without like natural disasters and stuff. I like the food here. I grew up just eating this food. I grew up with the people around here. It's nice, but yeah, sure, we have some hiccups in like politics or like how we deal with COVID and stuff. But I don't think it's like to the point that it's so bad that I have to leave my country and go to like a new place and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like back then when like I guess when like our Chinese ancestors came to Malaysia, there's like they actually needed to live though, leave
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
their hometown. They
Yeah.
don't just leave because like for fun or something. They leave because like they have to work, they have to find a new way to survive and shit. That's why they started a new family here. Whereas nowadays it's just like, oh man, this country sucks. They deal with COVID bad. They have bad politics. I'm gonna migrate to Australia. I'm gonna migrate to the US and stuff. It's
Mhm.
pretty. I just don't like the whole idea of that. Like,
Yeah.
if you like prefer the foreign country lifestyle and stuff, yeah, good for you. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer it. Like, I always dreamed of like migrating to another place, but now that like I would say after I came to KL and like study and meet people here, I came to love this country more. And it's more like I still want to live and try and live in like a foreign country, but it's more like I want to go there for vacation, like just experience a while. But I'm gonna come back to this country,
Yeah.
because it's like it's my country. I grew up here. I'm used to everything here. Yeah, it's shit, but no country's perfect. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You always see like movies with like the American dream, how the American high school life and stuff, or you can ride bikes through the neighborhood. You can crawl into your crush's like house through the window or something, some rom-com bullshit. Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess that exists there, but there's also anti-vaxxers there and people that don't wear masks. Uh, there's always good and bad to like literally every country and like, everything in the world. So like, there's really no point hating on your own country. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I used to be one of those people that was like, fuck this country. I want to leave this place.
Mhm.
But as I grew older, I just, I took time to think about like it's not that bad. Like I can imagine other countries being way worse, like the US. You have anti-vax people there, by the way. You have racist anti-vax, uh, far right people, whatever that means. They're
I
just
say racism is one of the
crazy.
worst in US. I would
Yeah,
say. I mean, racism exists anywhere, everywhere, but in US, it's like,
yeah,
dude, if you have rallies about Black Lives Matter like 1 year ago, and then the next day you have anti-Asian hate, oh
yeah,
my, you know your country is fucked in that
yeah,
case, man.
absolutely. And also, I think people forget that people voted for Trump to be president. I don't want to go into politics again, but people voted for Trump. So you can imagine that it's not really, there are still people that are, I guess, proper word is a little traditional minded, conservative. There you go. Yeah, I mean, if you like it, if you like being in the US or whatever, you don't like Malaysia, then good for you. But, you got to know where you are placing yourself into. You got to know the risk and all that kind of stuff. You can't just look at, like you said, the media and like how good is the US and all that stuff. That's what we in the media industry called cultural imperialism. Like, it's basically like it's basically a fake dream. It's not necessarily the truth if you go there.
The
Sometimes,
US loves to brand themselves.
yeah,
They've been doing this since before World War II started. They always care about their image. That's why whatever we see online, it's always gonna be the best things about US.
oh yeah,
Which, yeah, some of them they exist, but nobody in the right mind would just like open up their flaws to you, right? Nobody's gonna show you, damn, we have this shit here, we have that shit here, we have bad things here. No, but that's not how you attract people, or like that's not how you want people to see your country. So yeah,
yeah,
you just gotta keep that in mind. Nowhere, and I mean it, nowhere on earth is utopia.
yeah,
There's always like bad shit going down in those countries.
yeah. Like, okay, some people may argue like what Malaysian ringgit is going down. It sucks to be the minority was not selected to be in public university. Yeah, I get it. It sucks, but you got to think about, is it worth going elsewhere and risking more I guess, than just trying to help the country a little bit, because we are the future of the country after all. Like these old fucks who run the country will, they'll be gone eventually. So it doesn't matter if they're gonna be in power for a bit, because they're gonna go away eventually. Like they're gonna be old enough to retire, so there's always a chance for new young leaders to be stepping up and all that
Can't wait
stuff.
for the TikTokers to run the country.
Oh yeah, can't wait to do the renegade in the
I
parliament.
would say this. I would say this. Like looking at the younger generation, like on TikTok and shit, right? About like from our country.
Yeah.
They're okay. They're dumb. They're dumb as fuck for like doing some shit, but they're pretty knowledgeable in some stuff.
Yeah,
They have common sense. I would say.
exactly.
They're not gonna, like, for example, what just happened, like Hari Raya Haji stuff, right?
Yeah.
People go out and pray and shit with like 13 cases a day. Well, yeah, it's bad, but then it's kind of like understandable because like it's their religion and stuff, right? You gotta pray. That's what they do. But then like I think if it's like the younger people in charge of these things, though, it would be a lot more under control.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like the younger people are just they've been on the media for long enough. They've been online for long enough. They kind of have this like common sense. I'm not saying the older people don't have common sense. I am saying the older people don't really have common sense. Yes.
Sorry, not sorry.
Like legit.
Yeah, totally agree.
And then there's that thing that the one thing that really pissed me off recently is also the Hari Raya Haji thing. The Chinese people are shitting on the Muslims for doing that. They are absolutely furious online. Like you can see like a random Chinese uncle posting a video driving past a place like,
Yeah.
oh, look at all these Muslims praying. Oh, look at the amount of people here. Blah blah blah. Oh, so bad. The country's in shit just because of them, and now COVID is shit because of them. Dude, don't put all the blame on them, man.
Yeah,
Like, when it's Chinese New Year, we Chinese people freaking drive around going to our friends' house and shit, man.
Yeah.
Like that time the COVID blew up also because of us. Don't just go on and shit on, like, put the shit on everything on the Muslims, man. That is shit. Yeah.
I always see two sides to this kind of issue of like racial inequality or something related to that. Say the prayer thing, right? On one hand, I cannot kind of understand where the guy is coming from, because why can't people from the Christian group go to church if you can go to mosque to pray? Why can't the Buddhists pray in their temple if you guys can go to mosque? So I see that point, like it's not really fair. Like if you guys can do it, why can't we, kind of thing. But at the same time, it's not racist, but it's kind of like generalization, like not every Muslim is bad necessarily. So
Yeah.
you can't just, I have tons of good Muslim friends. They're chill. So, just because 300 Muslims out of millions in this country does something stupid doesn't mean that all of them are stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of you gotta look into the context of things, and that's the problem I believe a lot of Malaysians still have. Just
and
looking things at
they're
face
gonna
value.
they're gonna look back at you and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, this one Chinese guy is racist as hell. That means the millions of Chinese in our country is racist.
Yeah.
And people like me are just like, the fuck? I'm not racist. If anything, I'm anti-racist. Yeah, because they're like, people generalize things. This goes both ways. That's just like, there's always good and bad in like people. And like you don't just, it's just never a good idea to generalize people as like bad as a whole or even good as a whole. Just never do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
If every individual, like, well, individually, because
Yeah.
everybody's different, right?
And yeah, that's why we always have racial issues. It's a circle that just never ends, because people just don't use their brains sometimes. You just gotta stop and think, but they don't do that. So it's kind of difficult to handle that, but it is what it is. I'm just glad that, and again, this is not generalizing, but just from personal experience, at least in Sarawak, it's not a bad thing. It's not a big issue. Like people here are just chill. So like, why can't the whole Malaysia be like that? I don't know.
I would say West Malaysia has way like they deal with racism things, racist things like way worse than Sarawak.
Oh yeah, no
Like,
doubt.
In Sarawak, it's kind of like subtle racism. There's definitely racism in Sarawak. It's not like racism free.
I don't see it
you
as
know?
bad though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always subtle racism.
Yep.
Like so sometimes like the Chinese teachers that they will like speak Chinese with like the Chinese students,
Yep.
and then they will just like completely ignore the non-Chinese speaking students and stuff like that. So very subtle racism,
Yeah.
right? But in general, as a whole, I would say it's pretty good. Like in Sarawak, even if they're like they're not as friendly to another race, it's not as serious as like West Malaysia. West Malaysia's racism is like straight up to your face. If you compare it
It's
to
kind of
like,
crazy.
like weapons and stuff, in Sarawak the racism is kind of like a BB gun, and in West Malaysia it's like a 50 cal.
Oh god. Okay.
You can just like walk like randomly doing your things and like oi something like that.
Yeah.
Like if you're like a Chinese looking person and you like go into like a Malay restaurant, oh, you can feel the gazes on you. They'll be like, the fuck are you doing over here? This isn't your place.
Damn. That's one thing I might have to prepare. I mean, to when I go to kill, but to be fair, I don't look Chinese at all, so should be fine.
You know, one more thing you gotta be careful though. Like when it's the Puasa month,
Oh yeah.
they will think you're Malay, which happened to a friend of mine that came to KL to study as well. He wasn't Muslim at all, so he didn't need the Puasa. The worst thing is, one time we had dinner during the Puasa month, I brought him to a place that was eating pork
Right,
noodles.
Right.
So you can feel the gaze, like everybody's looking at my friend. They just go, "What the fuck is this Muslim eating pork during Puasa month?" and shit like that. You can feel the gaze. And then the worst thing is like another Muslim came up to like confront him and shit. Like, "Oi, why you not Puasa?" And then my friend just like, "Dude, I'm not Muslim." Yeah, it's as simple as that. I'm not Muslim. Not everybody with this skin tone or looks like this is Muslim. Like there are indigenous people in Sarawak and Sabah. We are not Muslims. We're Christians. We have no religion. Sometimes, like we can even be Buddhist. Heck, right?
Yeah. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I feel like people there are a little bit radicalized when it comes to religion. It's kind of crazy. Gotta chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like the opposite here, because like even if you have a Malay friend and you're like eating kolomi and he also eats kolomi, we just don't give a fuck. If you want to eat, you eat. I mean, it's your religion. I mean, I can't say shit.
Yeah. We can have like Chinese food and Malay food at the same time. Right?
Yeah.
We can even mix up the freaking like utensils and shit. We don't give a shit. They don't give a shit because it's just utensils. You wash it and it's done. Right?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
what?
it's not like I'm eating it. Like if I eat it, I eat it, right?
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna do? Like I don't give a shit.
I honestly I am impressed whenever there's like a Muslim person that just defies the Muslim laws. You know, whether they drink, whether they eat pork. It's kind of. I'm like, you know what? You're cool.
That goes different ways though, because I know Muslim people that defies the Muslim laws in KL as well, but it's bad.
It's bad, yeah.
It's bad here because they just go, oh shit. they just go like, oh shit, why is this Muslim guy smoking and drinking alcohol and clubbing and shit as they are doing the exact same thing? They're like they can shit on other Muslims like, oh, why are you drinking alcohol? And then they go and club and like zouk and fucking I don't know. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Imagine going to Zouk as a non-Malay. All you see is just Malay around you.
Yeah, that's ironic as fuck.
So ironic.
It's like if a Malay guy clubs in zouk, another Malay guy that was clubbing in zouk will go up to him like, oi, oh, you not go to mosque today, come clubbing and shit. Like freaking the irony behind that, man.
It's kind of I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's your choice. You know, if you're a Muslim, if you decide to do all that stuff, I mean, I don't give a fuck. Let's make it clear. I don't give a fuck. You do you. Because it's your life, it's your choice, and I think that should be the case. I feel like a lot of people should think that way. Just mind your own business. You don't have to be nosy and all that shit. It's kind of annoying.
Just mind your own life. Let
Yeah.
people live their own life.
If they don't want to be a good Muslim, it's not your problem.
It's fine to give advice.
Yeah.
But it's not nice to give like force and advice.
Yeah. Like, it's not cool to be like, hey, put that shit down. Don't drink that.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's cool to be like, put it down. You shouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
it's bad to be like, fuck you, put that thing down.
Be like, I'm gonna report you to the police, bitch.
I'm gonna report you to your mosque, bitch. You're gonna go in jail. You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna live the rest of your life in the Muslim jail, and you're gonna be judged like shit and shit like that.
I hate those people, man. I'm not even talking just Muslims. Like, people that is just overly religious, and they're just super super nosy about people's life choices.
I'm fine with like over religious people, but I'm not fine with nosy people because they can not be religious at all. Like, I know people that are not religious at all, but then they're nosy as fuck.
Oh yeah, like, I've seen better people that, like, what, they have like 10 crucifix in their one room, and they're just normal people. Like, they have like a lot of
when you talk to them, when you make friends with them, they just talk normally.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas like some people that they're not religious at all, they don't really give a shit. They don't really go to church. They don't read the Bible, or they don't go to the mosque. They don't pray. They don't even like freaking fast the 30 days or something. But then they can just come up to you and judge the shit out of you and stuff like that. Like, oh, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, really? Bitch, really? Why you gotta do this?
That reminds me of a story in secondary school. I forgot who it was, but I was listening to music. I was vibing hard because it was a good song. And then this guy was like, because he's a Christian. I don't want to mention who, but he's just a really devout Christian. Let's just say that. And he was like, this song is satanic, right? I'm like, dude, I'm just vibing. Shut the fuck up. Chill. Why you gotta be like that? I'm just listening. If I go to hell, I go to hell. So it's not your business. That's how I, think about it. Like, yeah, you if you're nice about it, then yeah, sure. But you're like, hey, this song is satanic, like, right? Stop listening to it. It's not good.
I think that's like,
it's a sin.
If it's just like an advice or something, it's fine. Because like I kind of do that like sometimes. Because I know my friend, she's not religious. Like she doesn't really have a belief or something. But like, she's just like a non-believer, right? Of anything at all. But she plays with these like, I forgot the official English name, but it's something like those like cards that have very weird images.
Tarot
it's kind of like a horoscope. Yeah, tarot cards. Those are the thing.
Oh.
Like you flip a few cards and you tell people their fate and shit. Yeah, she looked into those things, and then like me, she was a friend with me. She knew I was Christian and stuff, right? And then well, I didn't really give a shit. I'm like, yeah, cool to have like a hobby and stuff. But then like I actually asked her, like, if you're curious about like how Christians view this thing, then I'll tell you. And she was curious. Then I tell her like, oh, what picture had what that is like satanic and stuff. And I actually brought up like the history of Europe and those cards and shit. Then she understands it. And I'm like, yeah, sure. If you want to play it, sure, why not? But like, yeah, this is the Christian view, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you why it's like, why are Christians against it and stuff? Why do Christian people like? Because you know, like Christian people they're not allowed to play with those things or like believe in horoscopes and stuff. Yeah. I think it's nice to explain like why like this religion and that religion is not allowed to do this and that, right? So like people understand and people can actually have like have a form of respect towards people, right? Like, so you don't offend people. I think that's one of the best ways to be religious and helpful, not like an annoying little cunt to society.
Yeah, I should rephrase what the story just said. Like, I'm okay with people telling me that something is wrong in the religious view, but if you're being an asshole about it, it's kind of not cool.
Yeah,
it's not cool. Like the way he was talking to me at the time, like, dude, I'm just listening to music. Like, chill. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. At the time, I think I'm not really that religious until now. But it's just like, I'm just chill with life.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me, all right? I listen to Lil Nas X. Does that make me sinful?
Dude, I'm Christian and I still listen to Lil Nas. Lil Nas is lit, man.
Hey, he has a new song coming out. It's cool. It's so good. So
I would say I've watched his Montero MV more than 10 times. I would say that.
it's kind of funny, don't you think?
It's fascinating.
It's fascinating.
There's nothing like it before. It's fascinating, man.
Like, and the fact that super religious Christians are so mad that he's dancing to the devil, but he killed the devil in the end, right? So shouldn't you be happy? I don't know. It's kind of funny. No,
I watched some like YouTube channels. They're not Christian channel, but they have this like priest friend, right?
Right.
And I like how he's like, he's a priest, so obviously he listens to like worship songs and stuff. But at the same time, he listens to like rap, like ASAP Rocky and something. And then he says like sometimes he just he feels bad that he puts them on the same playlist. Like it's just his favorite songs. So that like one song can just be like, oh hallelujah, and then the next song is like ASAP Rocky or like Kendrick Lamar, bitch sit down, be humble. Yeah, and then after that like hard vibes song, like the next song again is like oh Senna. Yeah.
That's
and then he would just like skip the song. It's like normal, right? Because like it's just music in the end.
What an identity crisis. Yeah, that's how I view music. Like, I think people shouldn't look too deep into music. Like, do you actually believe this is like satanic or some shit? I don't think so. It's just music, They're probably just normal human beings with children, but they make like hard rock metal. They're just normal people.
Yeah,
that's just the way they express music. So, chill.
I have a friend that he serves in church. He's quite a devoted Christian, but his favorite genre of music is heavy metal.
Oh, I know a lot of Christians with heavy metal interests.
Yeah, exactly. So he plays the guitar a lot, and he mainly learns the heavy metal ones because those are like arguably one of the best like guitarists are like playing in heavy metal and shit. And yeah, heavy metal always has like very satanic lyrics or satanic beats and stuff, but man, the guitar is lit, man. There's no denying that, right?
Yeah.
So like you can't really blame him for going into that, and like you can't really I wouldn't stop him. Like yeah, he can go practice with like satanic songs.
It's not like
and then Sunday morning they're just gonna be playing like a very holy worship song, right?
It's not like it's not like they're sacrificing lambs or anything. They're not doing crazy shit. They're just listening to music, so
Yeah. So that's like the most like double standard, but like funny persons around me. He's like listening to heavy metal, like and then Sunday mornings are like amazing.
I would love to be in person. I'd be like, wow, this is fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
So yeah, man. I am not entirely sure how long this is so far. Because
like 1.5 hours, I think.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's a good note.
It's 1 hour. It's 1 hour.
Yeah,
actually.
I guess we can end it there. 1 hour seems like very plentiful. And also, I feel like we got our points around. Is it bad?
Yep.
Is it a bad time to be a Malaysian? Not really. You gotta really critically think about all these things. If you think that it's bad to be a Malaysian, that's your problem. Because a lot of people like us still, have faith in the country. Because at the end of the day, the youngsters are gonna be up there. Someone good will be leading the country eventually. It's gonna take time, but eventually, you just gotta have faith. You can't just tap out on your own country. You can't just tap out on your relatives, your family that has been here for generations, just to go to Australia and fucking eat some kangaroo. You just gotta wait. Be patient. It sucks, obviously, but it's not. It does suck everywhere else, really. Sometimes even worse in other countries. So, yeah. just be patient. Stay strong. If you're a business, if you own a business, I mean, stay strong. If you wanna, you know, if you wanna, what do you call it, continue your business, do your best. We have faith in you. I'm sure it'll be better eventually. I know it sucks right now. We don't understand the whole business thing, obviously, but we just hope the best for you. If you're a student, if you're young, younger than us, life will be better. Okay, we've been through all those crazy shit. It will be better. You just gotta believe in yourself. Life will bring good stuff to you eventually. Just gotta be patient, and that's all I will say.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anything from you?
Not really. You pretty much covered it all.
Yeah. So I guess that's the end of this podcast. Hopefully this turns out better than the last one. Uh, this is the problem with having online podcasts. Sucks. Uh, Hopefully we can do it in person eventually. Once I got my double
Hopefully.
vex.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know it's quite good. It's a little late for some of you, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This will be uploaded to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Also on YouTube. Check out our social media. And yeah, that's it. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.